Yes.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Sorry, I've just been trying to get the whole network correct. Can you see me? Am I clear with the face and everything? I'm jet lagged. Do I look like zombie? No.
No, you look fantastic. Please.
Thank you. I just lost 22 pounds, which is 12 kgs.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Yes. लग नहीं रहा है? क्या बात
हाँ,
कर रहे हैं?
but वो होता है ना कि when we see anyone, any celebrity, we just think कि यार ये लोग तो मतलब सब पतले होंगे, सब ठीक रहेगा. It's not.
ऐसे ही पैदा होते हैं ना हम लोग
हाँ
ऐसे ही पैदा
हाँ.
होते हैं
Their
नहीं
problems is something else. Our problem is something else. हम तो हवा खा लेंगे,
No,
छोटे हो जाएंगे, but they are going to stay like fit
that's
and
not
perfect.
true, by the way. We
Of
have to also
course.
eat hawa sometimes to look patla.
हाँ, I have learned कि कभी-कभी you have to cut on salt and water to look leaner and everything because that's always
So
there.
last, so just for your information, uh, this is I'll in 12 weeks of diet which I did for the
Wow.
next movie I'm working on. No roti, no chawal, no salt. Salt also उसी में खाने में आ रहा था. No sugar at all, no oil at all.
Oh my
Of
God.
course, no milk, no non-veg. So basically, कहाँ जाना है? You need this? I'm sorry, मेरे घर में ना, my brother is also getting married on the 14th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so बहुत, it's a great time in my life right now. So
Yes, and it's going to be hectic also, I'm guessing, because brother's wedding, then there's a release, so there's
I
promotions,
love it.
everything.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love my time. I can only thank God for being where I am because it's such a, I'm bouncing back with such a, resistance and such a, Zinia, I can't even tell you, I am just so in the whole thing.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you look so cheerful. You look so happy. Like there's so much of positivity coming from you. That's great.
But I was always very positive. I was just hiding myself because I always feel that I see a lot of people talking. कुछ छोटा भी होता बहुत सारा बात करने को करते मैं मेरे पास कुछ बात करने को ही नहीं था तो मैं क्या बोलती ना तुम लोगों को इसलिए आई वाज एक मिनट बाद दरवाजा बंद कर देना थैंक यू तो इसलिए मैं चुप चुप से थी अब इतना बड़ा चीज हुआ है आई प्ले वन ऑफ द मेन लीड्स अमंग टू गर्ल्स द सोनी पिक्चर्स मूवी it's the fourth edition of Never Back Down franchise and I did my own action and everything and then yeah it's so good है ना सोच के देखो कितनी बड़ी बात है जीनिया I got a house in LA now people say Hollywood I said yeah मतलब you can take a ticket and fly down to Hollywood there's a place Hollywood it's not like Hollywood में सिर्फ films so I'm very excited the best part is that I want to be very raw the way I am I don't want to be very वो ना वो तो जब मुझे
हाँ.
पैसे मिलेंगे तभी मैं करूंगी on screen apart from that, I just want to be chilled out and fun and laughing
Yes,
and
because
glowing.
yeah, and you're doing all of that, and you're so down to earth because as a Lagni Rai, I'm speaking to a Hollywood star now, and
Thank you.
someone who's been a part of this big of a franchisee playing the lead, and then you got a house in LA. Congratulations on that! This is
Thank
such a
you.
fantastic news.
I also signed 2 more films. I'm working
Wow.
towards some Hindi projects. So my idea is back and forth. I'll work there, I'll work here. You know, my work will go organic and my work will speak for itself. So I don't have to do much on that. बस
Okay.
काम ही करना तो काम ही को बोलने दो तो आज बोलने के लिए कुछ हुआ है इसलिए अब now I'm talking to you guys.
Yes, और जब हम बात करते हैं ना कि बोलने के लिए कुछ हुआ है, नीतू, you had always been a very good actress, and we have seen you even with limited screen time in many films. We have seen you give your 100%. We have seen you perform so well. So I would have to ask you this, Neetu. What do you think went wrong in Bollywood, in the Hindi film industry?
Well, I won't say anything went wrong because I'll tell you why. Because I totally now believe in whatever has to happen will happen at its own time and wherever it has to happen. But the best part, because I am a very positive person, as you yourself said that, I find positivity in my negative times also. And today I'll say, at least I have to say this that everything which has happened in my life, ups and downs, nothing has gone waste everything has taught me so much that today I am where I am. And if those things wouldn't have happened, I might have not been here today doing all these things. And it excites me so much that you won't believe I came here on the 2nd of March.
Okay.
रात की फ्लाइट लैंड की थी मैंने, which is मतलब मैं पहुंची थी. I think I landed at around 10:30. घर पहुंचते पहुंचते 1 बज गए थे. And I was jet lagged, तो मुझे नींद नहीं आ रही थी. But I called up my trainer at 4 in the morning. I said, training करने चलो. And he's like, आप कल रात को नहीं आई हैं? तो मैंने हाँ आई हूँ. लेकिन I said, let's not stop the training even for a day. Let's
Wow.
get ourselves chiseled. But all these things have come for the whole 10-15 years of journey. And I would just say that उस वक्त तो बहुत हर्ट होता है, बहुत लगता है कि ना मैं ऐसा चाहती थी, ऐसा नहीं हुआ, वो नहीं चाहती थी वो. लेकिन I can tell you today, Zinia, I'm so happy and proud. Whatever has happened with me and whatever has also not happened with me is also a very, very significant and strong chapter which has taught me so much कि आज मुझे Hollywood वैसे accept करता है जैसे मैं हूँ. They
Right.
love me humble, they love me down to earth, they love me hardworking. They don't care कि मैं कौन सी background से आती हूँ, which is great because I also feel तुम अगर किसी भी background से आते हो तुमको मेहनत तो उतनी ही करनी पड़ेगी, उससे भी ज़्यादा शायद. इसलिए there's no point literally rubbing it and saying, oh, you come from that background. It doesn't matter. A lot of people have come from a lot of backgrounds and haven't worked at all. So I'm very proud of the fact where I come from. And Bollywood is not going anywhere. They love me. I know that. A lot of good makers have called me after watching the movie and they said,
Wow.
let's catch up, let's meet up. Because today everything is open, everything is content. And if you watch the movie, you will see it is all about female empowerment, unity, standing with each other. It's high time. I think all the actresses should stand with each other. All the women should stand with each other globally. And everywhere in the world, everyone is the same. They all go through ups and downs and hell and heaven too.
Wow. And when you talked about women empowerment, about content in Indian cinema right now, we have seen OTT bloom. We have also been seeing, pehle jab hota tha, reporters would highlight there are cat fights, two actresses are not going along. Do you feel those things have now changed? Because you have been a part of this industry for such a long time, Neetu.
I came in the industry बहुत छोटू, like anybody and everyone. Like जो auditions देते हैं, line में लग के models जब 16-17 साल के होते हैं, models होते हैं, पता नहीं होता है क्या करना है. Almost, धीरे-धीरे सीख ही रहते हैं. मतलब we always learn from all those, where we stand. So I feel that, I have had a very good journey, I will say. A very beautiful journey of everyone standing together. And today, with all the OTTs and everybody coming, a lot of people, a lot of women especially, they are getting such good content-driven work. Like recently, I saw that Chandigarh ki Aashiqui.
Chandigarh Kade Aashiqui, yes.
Kade Aashiqui. I think, Ayushman Khurrana or Vani, I think they did a great job. I have to say that. Even Kirti Sanon did a great job in that mother kid. Mimi, right? Mimi. That Mimi, Kangana's, all the work are coming out so well. Even for that matter, I think everybody is getting. You see Richa Chadha's work. You see Huma Qureshi's work. You see Taapsee Pannu's work. I think everybody's. I saw something of Shilpa Shukla the other day. I was like, wow. Even in LA, I was looking at Frida Pinto's work. Intrusion is something which has just come right now on Netflix. I said, come on, like what is amazing. And मैं कभी रुकती नहीं हूँ. मुझे अच्छा लगता है तो मैं ट्वीट कर ही देती हूँ. और मैंने जैसे मिमी के लिए भी ट्वीट कर दिया था कि oh yeah, great job, and I cried and laughed and smiled and felt happy and sad throughout the movie. And that's what an audience takes. I'm an audience for all the movies coming out. Right. So I think women together are, I'm sure all of the other people who who are listening to me or who have worked at this level have exposed and explored themselves as an actor and as a human being, and they do understand the importance of what I'm saying.
True, true. And this is such a beautiful gesture also, Neetu, I have to say this. But, coming back to your film, Never Back Down Revolt, this film, you have been doing action. We haven't seen you doing action here, and we saw you in a whole new light there in Hollywood. So, there's also questions of untapped talent, untapped potential that comes from here. So do you think somewhere, in Bollywood is still not tapping into the potential of a lot of people, which Hollywood could, for you?
I'm not going to give a politically correct answer. The answer is yes, that's true. But also at the same time, having said this, I think people in general are trying to do it. They're just trying to do it. It might happen, might not happen. Also depends on the experiences of the filmmakers, or potential of tapping the right cast for it. That is why I think they have casting directors. The top of the big films have casting directors. Casting directors experience of also knowing the actors at that level, and the actors fighting to stand right in front of the casting directors or the directors to make an impression or an image. So what happens there are shades of it, yeah, Zinia, I'll tell you. What happens that one actor is really talented and good. Now, how do you portray and impress that in front of a casting director or director is another challenge altogether,
Right.
वो एक talent, another level talent होना चाहिए to just break into getting that position or a opportunity to go and and maybe I was not able to impress the casting director, but nobody has ever auditioned me like a casting director, but directors have auditioned me, and I might not have been able to impress them by my action skills. But I will tell you something. I was actually, in a way, I never talk about any negativity. I don't like it, but I was literally thrown out of a project because I was a martial artist.
Well, why?
Yeah, because the actor said that we are looking for a heroine. We are not looking for somebody who will fight on the sets. So the thought process is such that ये वही मैं पूछ रही हूँ. तो ये ना, this is one of the top superstars of the country who's I'm talking about, like one of the top 3 की बात करोगे तो उसकी बात कर रही हूँ मैं. तो आप सोचो, मुझे इसलिए साइन करने के बाद और पासपोर्ट पे स्टैम्प लगने के बाद मुझे उस फिल्म से इसलिए हटा दिया गया था क्योंकि the superstar actor thought that बाद में I have been very naive, and now also I just talk my heart because I feel that I'm an actor. I've been doing theater, I've been doing a lot of other movies. I can't be acting on screen and off screen, so I keep myself very very clean from heart. आज तो suffocate हो जाओगे आदमी अगर तुम दोनों तरफ acting करते रहोगे. तो out of I was very naive, and out of excitement and curiosity, I was like, oh my God, am I going to be working with him? Blah, blah, blah. And when I met him, I was talking to him and I was like, you know what? I can dance really well. I've trained Kathak dance. I'm a martial artist also. I'm a black belt 4 dan. उस वक्त मैं सेकंड ही डांस थी. I was like, I'm a black belt. I've represented India 3 times. इतना बकवास किया. So I was like, oh shit. And then after 2-3 days, people stopped picking up my phone. I'm like, what? We're supposed to go in a week's time. I did not know what happened. I was so hurt and all of it. And then the producer told me like, तो after 3-4 साल तक मैं बहुत दुखी थी. मैं 3-4 साल के बाद मैं वापस से उनसे मिली producer से for something else, and then I said I have this question in my mind and I really want to know what happened. What did I do wrong? क्योंकि तुमको लगता है तुमने कुछ गलत कर दिया, but ये सच नहीं था. He said the actor thought that you are a martial artist and all of it, so we wanted a heroine like a chui mui and
nazakat and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, don't do that.
But that is for on screen, right? Off the screen, not everyone can be like chui mui or with nazakat, but that's the job of an actor to bring that. Even if I'm just guessing, even if the role required that, obviously you would be able to pull it off, right?
Of course, I have done a lot of those kind of things in Garam Masala and Traffic
हाँ,
Signal and Oil Akila. Matlab, I'm a girl. What do you expect? Like, just because I know martial arts doesn't mean मैं road पे लड़ती थोड़ी ना चलती हूँ.
of
So,
course.
so
But
that
that's
happened. And
I think that
I
is also what people kind of begin to think when you say कि you are into martial arts. ये भी सोचते हैं, अरे muscles बहुत होंगे and biceps निकल आएंगे, you'll get
नहीं, मैं तो बहुत
muscular.
पतली सी हूँ. लेकिन आइडिया क्या है कि ये बात मैंने देखा है यहाँ पर, खासकर इंडिया में. जैसे ही मैं बोलती हूँ ना कि आई एम अ मार्शल आर्टिस्ट, आई एम अ ब्लैक बेल्ट इन टाइक्वांडो, तो जो लड़का, अगर कोई मेल मुझसे बात कर रहा है तो वो यही कहेगा कि ओ अच्छा हुआ मैंने तुमको कुछ नहीं कहा, ओ मैं तो एक स्टेप पीछे ही रहता हूँ, ओ रियली, ओ अब तो मुझे डर लग रहा है. लाइक हु टॉक्स लाइक दैट? I'm like, women never say all these things. They are actually, I'll tell you, women have been more appreciative of what I do, what I've done, and what I'm doing than men. And I think we need more male feminists to be supporting the skills, because if I am a martial artist and black belt and all those things, other side I'm also a trained Kathak dancer. It balances my femininity, and I'm very proud of what I can learn and see today. क्योंकि मेरी माँ ने मुझे taekwondo में डाला था स्कूल में, तो today I'm doing this movie because I'm a martial artist. And matlab, there would be a lot of girls who will be more prettier than me, more work than me, more better actor than me. Everything could be much better, but this skill is mine, and I don't think there are many from the Indian film industry to have this skill. And more than having the skill, I'm very confident mentally also because of this. And this is how I got the movie, by the way. I have never auditioned for this movie. This role was designed for me.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. I met David Zilon at a special screening of Bad Boys of Will Smith in Sony studio in Culver City, LA. And I started talking to him, and he said, "Oh, Indian girls, we have cast some of them. They're very nice." I said, "Yeah, Priyanka Chopra has worked with you, and Ashwarya with you." He said, "Yeah, they're very nice girls. Yeah, oh." So I said, "Okay, then what do you have to offer me?" He said, "Business is what we are looking at. I don't know what can I offer you, because I am an action filmmaker." I said, "Exactly what I'm looking for." He said, "Okay, so what is that?" I said, "I'm a black belt 4 dan in Taekwondo. I've represented India 3 times, and I'm very good." I looked at him for 5 seconds, and David Z is how he's popular as. David Zilon has so much experience. He knows if somebody is saying with so much of confidence, she or he better shows it and performs as well, right?
Of course.
So this is what he said. He said, "Are you so confident of that?" I said, "I am." He said, "All right, can you come to meet my writer after 2 days in the same place in the studio?" I said, "ठीक है, आ जाऊंगी मैं." I said, "I will." And then I met Audrey. Audrey is the writer of Never Back Down Revolt. And David, we all had lunch, and she kept talking about me. I kept telling her that I come from a place where girls don't dream of becoming actors or sports girls. I come from Bihar, and then worked very hard to make myself like there in Bollywood with 2 national awards, Traffic Signal and Oi Lucky Lucky Oi, solo lead actor in both of them. Then I became a producer from the roots from Bihar and all of it. So I kept telling them my story. And then, by the end of the lunch, David said, "Audrey, I want you to design one of the main leads of the film around Nitu and her skills." And then Audrey wrote Jaya. That's what I play.
Wow. So if you saying that you are, you're a Taekwondo champ and you are black belt in the sport had cost you one film in Bollywood, it also gave you one of the most sought after, a place in one of the most sought after franchisee in Hollywood. So I think that's how it works. It's like the circle of life.
It's a circle, it's a process, and your effort will never go for a toss. It will never go waste. You have to, for me, I define myself in one word, is consistency. Right. Consistency is what I am, and I will be until I am breathing. इस दुनिया में इसके अलावा मुझे कुछ आता भी नहीं है.
Wow. That's it's एक तो you are so positive, and then when you speak of your experiences, I feel really inspired by what you are saying. And I have to also ask you this, a few days back, there were reports that claimed that, Irfan Khan, the late Irfan Khan, he helped you with projects. Is that true? What was the story like? We would want to know.
I'm very happy that you asked me that questions क्योंकि अब इरफान सर है नहीं तो वो अपनी तो बात नहीं बता सकते. So I'm the one who will clarify this. 2016 May I was in New York, and then people kept calling me Brazilian and Italian and Lebanon and all of it. And then मैं मजाक मजाक में उनको ये भी कह देती थी कि no, you can call me a Brazilian Bihari because I come, and that was just a joke, but
Right.
I kept saying. And then I was like, why do I only work in Indian cinema? Why don't I work globally? What if I don't have anybody to introduce me to the industry? Why can I not do anything? And my thought, because of my sports background, my thought process is that you make your own opportunities globally. Who will stop you? Never giving up attitude and discipline, and fight for yourself, stand with yourself. So मैंने इरफान सर को मैसेज किया था उस वक्त कि इरफान सर, मैं ना न्यूयॉर्क में हूँ और मैं सोच रही थी कि मैं अगर if I can go to LA and meet somebody there because आप वहाँ काम करते हैं, is it possible for you to introduce me to somebody, and I will would like to go and meet. So he immediately said, you are a good actor and you should totally try to do that. I said, ठीक है sir. And he connected me to Jaya Khanna, Brillstein Management Company. I flew down to meet Jay Khanna, and Jay said that Neetu, you have to move here, travel. It's not easy. And people, especially Indian actors, they come here, they try their luck, and they get homesick generally, and they go back, and then all our efforts and everything, it's a whole process of doing this. So it's not easy, and then you need an open visa. You cannot work without an open visa. तो मैं तो ऐसे भी tourist visa पे गई थी. तो until unless you have a deal memo, you already have projects, you cannot get a open visa. So that was not a possibility. This is the only thing Irfan sir introduced me to, and then I came back to New York and came back to India, and then I kept working hard to make a financial backup, so that if I go there, then you cannot just go and start getting work.
Right.
Who will give you the work? Like Jay had just like an introduction of the Hollywood scenario and how it works there and all of it. That's it. After that, I never met Jay Khanna. Jay never gave me any work or anything. And then I don't want to, like, Irfan sir was also working there, so I can't, like, nobody has a thing to get you work. Nobody will get you. Only your work can get you work, or you have to really consistently hustle there to get work.
True.
So after that, in 2018, I went back again. I met a lot of production houses, a lot of agencies. I lived there for 7 months. Nothing happened. I came back again. Again in 2019, I went back again in March. I took a house. I stayed there. I got myself enrolled in Actors Access, which is a common portal there to get work. I didn't get anything. Then another agent I found, which was non-exclusive agent, Myron Arsalan. So Myron, I got through social media. He tried to push me. Nothing happened. In 2018-19, when I was, I met David Zalon, and he gave me that, proposal of getting the movie and all of it. And then there were two more projects people were talking. If you Google it, say there was a film which I was enrolling because it was a Korean film, but because of COVID and all, it still, they're still talking about. And there's another project. So these three projects, deal memos came in, and then I applied in 2019 for the work visa. And in 2019, 26th of November, I got my open visa, and that's how I entered. And then I came 2020. I came here. I got stuck 2020 November, December. I shot in London, and 21 November 21, 3 years my visa expired, and again I renewed it. So this is how I got my movie. So a lot of people said Irfan Sir got me my movie. Now Irfan Sir is not there, and I have a lot of regards and respect for him, and I love him so much, and like all of us. So I didn't want to say anything, but that's not the truth. That is, nobody can get you any work, and especially in a different industry. Yes, I would always be thankful that first time ever I landed in LA was Irfan Sir surely introduced me to Jay Khanna, but nothing happened with him. And I've never worked with Jay. I've never met him. I've never got in touch. I said hello, hi when Irfan Sir was not there, saying I'm thankful to Irfan Sir to get me introduced, and that's about it.
And when you're talking about this, like in the last answer, you talked about how consistency is kind of the key. And then there has been so many years when you did not have work, and there's no, at this point, there's also this that can creep in, whether I'll be getting work, what is going to happen next, who I have to fall back on. We're battling all that and fighting forward. And now that you have so many upcoming projects in world cinema, we just have our fingers crossed that the Korean film also happens, because now K-drama, K-films have become like exploded, and how. So we just hope that is also happening. So
I'm so happy, Zinia, you asked me these questions. This question especially because I have to tell this, and I have to tell a little story to all the girls there. Even though you're not working, you please keep working towards getting the work, because once you're ready, the universe will manifest and get you the work. Because there are some foolish and mindless people who think that, okay, if you're not getting work, they can approach you. And I was approached in 2017-18 when I had no work. And I was literally today, thankfully, through this project, I have signed 2 more Hollywood films, and I'm trying to look for good project in Hindi also. My idea is in 1 year's time I will do 2-3 Hollywood film, 2 Indian films, for any language, doesn't really matter. I need to have good. I waited for so long to get good content, and if you see this movie, you will realize that. So now, तो अब पहले जब मैंने नहीं किया तो अब तो मैं बिल्कुल भी नहीं करूँगी, अब तो मैं अच्छा ही काम करूँगी. And but there was a time when people have also offered me to be their salaried wife, because I did not had work, but I had a name. So some of these business people, they thought, अरे काम नहीं है तो पैसा भी नहीं होएगा, तो कुछ भी नहीं होएगा, तो at least if we get married to her overnight, I'll be popular, and all of it. This kind of thought process people had. And I was very surprised when this guy comes in and says, you know what, you can do whatever you want, I will do whatever I want. On papers, you have to be Mrs. ABCD. I don't want names so that I can not make the person popular. So, and then they said, and then that's about it. And it will be a salary for you every month. And this is such an offer you can never say no to. I looked at his face. I said, no, get out of my house. That was my answer. In 1 second, I didn't even take 1 second. He, with so much of ghamand, he was like, this is an offer you can never say no to. And I looked at it and was like, no, get out of my house.
That's such a bold step. And, this is something that people don't talk about, because we have seen a lot of stars talk about nepotism. We have seen stars talk about casting couch, but people like this exist. I did not know this. Like, I'm
and
really
many exist. I have got 3-4, and you know what happens, that still the society has to literally have some empathy towards people like us, actors, all the actors actually. It was not easy in COVID time when nobody was working and no production was happening. Where would you go? What will you do for 2 years? You're sitting and literally living on your savings, right? Any of us, not that anybody's from the top of the top superstars, so everybody's living on their salaries or their everything. So I have had people who have come with blank checks saying, sign it and get your name with us. ये कितनी शर्म वाली बात है. और ये ना, मैं तो ऐसे मैं जब इतने टफ टाइम से गुजर चुकी हूँ, because I've lost, you were asking me what happened in Bollywood. I'll tell you, 2009 when I was shooting for No Problem, which was my big huge, and I was a bachcha only because I came in new, right? So छोटा ही आई थी. तो 2009 में when I was doing No Problem with Anees Bazmi, Anil Kapoor, Akshay Khanna, Paresh Rawal, Sunil Shetty, Sanjay Dutt, Kangana, Shushmita and me, we were shooting on the set. My father passed away on 19th of November 2009, 2009. And after that, I just didn't feel like working, and my mother fell sick. So I just stopped doing a lot of things. And then I started doing theater. I was doing Umrao Jan, and I was doing, so it's okay. It's journey of life. I'm not dying. I'm here. And one of the casting directors, uh, top casting directors of Bollywood, he told me that, and I went to him to work in 2013-14. He said, we work with new people. We don't work with people who've already worked and all of it. I said, so you work with new people and old people. It's not like old people. 2005, six, matlab, 8 year down the line, 8 years down the line, you're saying the people who've already established and did everything. So with the experience and the exposure, you're saying that we should die, or we should commit suicide, that you're done. Right? हम तो सिर्फ newcomers के साथ काम करते हैं. You are done. You should just leave or kill yourself. This is what you're saying, but I'm not dead, and I'm not going to die, and I'm going to come back. And trust me, this is what we do when we are consistent. And I told him, and when my Hollywood film released, I sent him the trailer, and in the trailer also there is my name. If there are 4 names: Michael Bisping, James Faulkner, Olivia Popica, there is Nitu Chandra Srivastava too. So it's not like I have just done one blink and miss kind of project. But I am not negative at all of all these people. Actually, I'm thankful to all of these people. If they would have not done this, I would have got stuck here, and I would have never explored myself and made my own opportunities. So all these people who will hear me and who are hearing me, I'm thankful to you guys. Thank you so much. कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा बोल देती हूँ, and I have to be very
politically correct.
But not really. If COVID time, if you've not learned to be yourself and tell your experience, maybe some 2 more girls who have good names, but they are offered to be a salaried wife of somebody because the man doesn't know the fighter you are, then you might give in saying, and then live a horrible life throughout life, because you get, or get into this whole trap and mess. Don't do that, guys. Just be happy. And if you are happy in that, then you do it, but not because you are offered something like this. It is ridiculous. It's such a shame on the people to even do that. I'm so proud and happy and thankful to God and my family that they stood by me. Otherwise, मैं तो यार मतलब मैं तो खत्म ही हो जाती.
It's your life is like never back down, so it's like, yes, so that justifies. Neetu, we are running now short of time because this will get over in a few minutes, but it's
not my fault. You had great questions, so not everybody has those questions.
It was so great talking to you. I was mesmerized when you were talking, and I just listened to you and it felt so good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving us your time, and good luck for your upcoming projects as well. I'm so excited to watch them all, and I really, really hope that you do something in India as well, because I would really love to see you back in the Indian film industry too. But keep shining. Yes, keep shining. Keep making us proud. We are so proud of you. And thank you so much for giving your time to me.
Thank you so much. I have 2 films ready to release, even in Hindi films. So waiting for that. But all I request all of you guys, please watch Never Back Down Revolt. I've worked very hard on that. In 1 degrees, bare feet, thin fabric clothes, and all of it in London. And I promise every Indian watching that movie will be very, very proud of me. It is very important. I want all of you to talk about the movie, so that if I can do it, then anybody in the world coming from the smallest part of the world can do it. So my request is, please watch the movie and get in touch with me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, telling me what do you think of the movie and how I can enhance my work, or how can I can improve myself. And I would love to hear that and keep working harder and harder.
Wow, that's so humble of you, Neetu. Thank you so much for joining with Desimartini. Thank you.